It's Sunday the 6th of August and we're starting the week a little bit early this week as we pick the orders that we've got in so far for this weekend, or at least this is the first batch of those orders that we've got in so far. Now, I was meant to be meeting a guy tonight to pick up almost the last of the drawers that I've been selling off from the container, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen because he seems to be struggling with traffic getting out of London, and we're getting a bit late in the day, so we'll see if that happens or not. And if it does, we'll be able to move some of those drawers on. If not, then we'll probably end up offering them to someone else. But anyway, enough of that, and on with what we've got going out the door in this first batch. So we've got a eBay order for this mic, M-I-E-K, from Marvel Superheroes. Then we've got a Tinkerbell going out. We've got a Minnie Mouse, another Tinkerbell, and then we're getting on to the Bricklink and Brickout orders. Now, first order's a white base plate, a couple of these nice Batman poly bags, a little Robin foil pack, and a few other bits and pieces. So a nice little order there. This person left a comment on the order to say they'd come across from YouTube and apologise for the small order, though there's no need for an apology. Any orders always welcome, and especially if you're a viewer of the channel. Thanks for stopping by and placing an order with us and supporting us with what we're doing and the channel. And then we've got a little bit of Bionicles going out. We've got this metallic green, which is a bit of an odd colour, a metallic green mask going out, and a pearl light grey knee cover apparently. Some yellow hoses, a little bit of train stuff going out with a buffer, a train buffer, a magnetised one, and 4 rubberised wheels. And then we've got a few parts orders, and then we start with some minifig parts going out. Quite a lot of these Mummy Queen heads going out. In fact, they bought all of the new Mummy Head Queens that I had, which was 14 of those, and they bought 6 of the Queen hair pieces, but still got lots of those, as you can see, to move. So anybody wants any more wig for the Egyptian Mummy Queen, plenty there waiting for you. Now we I've got an order that's just come in here for a bunch of droids, and these are the droids that are listed just Friday evening, I think, or Thursday or Friday evening, can't remember when. And they've bought pretty much all of the ones that I listed. I've got a bunch more to make up and list, but they bought the super droids and the assassin droids and other bits and pieces as well. I've got an order going out here with a bunch of different coloured flags, and now they did order 4 blue flags, and when I went to pull them from the drawer, I discovered that the remainder were actually the blue-violet ones. So I'm going to have to reach out to them and apologise that I don't have the other 3, at least I don't at the moment. And I'll have to refund, I guess, on that, or see if they fancy some blue-violet ones. More minifig parts going out there. We've got a Dimension set, Bart Simpson one, going out, and then a couple of small parts orders as well. So I'm going to get those packed up and ready for the post in a moment. I'll just touch on these because I picked up 4 of these yesterday. These are on offer in Tesco at £14 each, but if you use that voucher for the £5 off £25 spend and you do them in individual batches, they end up at about £11.50, which was a decent enough price for me to grab those 4. They only had the 4. I did have more vouchers available, but they only had the 4 to grab, so that'll do me, and I'll get those parted out this week. I've got Wally all made up as well. ready to get listed this week. Give him a quick check over and everything seems there. He needs a clean, and I've got the instructions and box somewhere to pull out, and then we'll get him on eBay, and hopefully he should be good for the best part of 150 quid, I would have thought. So anyway, I'm going to get this lot packed up. That's going to give me a really good head start for tomorrow morning, and we may even get a second batch of orders picked tonight. Monday the 7th of August, and let's have a quick look at what we got in over the weekend. We've got 13 orders on Bricklink and another to be invoiced as well. Nothing massive in terms of lots. 168 lots in total, highest order being 66 lots. Then if we have a look on Brickout, we've got another 9 orders and 58 more lots there as well, and 4 orders on eBay. Now, I showed you last night most of the orders. I've just started picking the next batch. I actually did end up going over to the container last night, but forgot to film anything, but moved some more of the organising drawers, etc., and only have about 2 stacks of those left. So we'll see if those go. I have got someone else interested in them locally, so we'll see if those move. But right now, got to get moving, pick the rest of these orders and get off to the post office. Okay, let's take a super quick look at the second batch of orders, because I'm cutting it really fine for the post office. Basically, parts orders, lots of minifig parts or accessories. Big order of plates in all sorts of colours. Regular customer, Dan, really appreciating his business as always. We got 3 of these blaster guns going out, some bricks, 4 minifigs going off to the States, and then more parts orders and an order for 3 different colours of helmets. So there was one order over there that I didn't manage to get picked, 27 lots. I'll get that out separately in the mail, and got to rush, get these packed up and dash to the post office. We've had a couple more orders in this morning. So this was the order that I didn't manage to get done in time for the post, and then we've had 3 more orders in the meantime, so I'll get these sent out as well. So we've got this large Groot figure part that is going off to Germany, and it's a first time buyer on Bricklink, so they were a bit confused on the process, but we managed to get there in the end, and I'll get that off today to them. We've got a few kind of Bionicle-ish bits or Hero Factory bits, etc. And then we've got a collectible minifigure going out with a mutant Ninja Turtle head. Now, the post's just been, and got this little lot in the post. This was a little eBay purchase, so I'm just going to check these over next once I've got the other orders all packed up and ready to ship. Then I'm going to just check these over and get these listed on the store as well. I know that there are 1 or 2 things missing, but I think I may have the accessories to complete them, and I've certainly got the stands, etc. So hopefully these will make up to full sets. I've been sorting through the minifigures that arrived in the mail today, and checked them over and managed to make up a bunch of them. They're not without some issues. There is a little bit of playwear on the odd one of them, which I'm not thrilled about, but I've put the appropriate comments in the brick store file here ready to upload. Now, I've also got a bunch that had parts on them that I just, couldn't accept the quality of them. or had missing parts. So there's some missing skates off the ice skater here, which I know I've got a bag full of them. I just need to put my hands on them. The legs were no good on the wolf guy here, and similarly the torso was unacceptable on the Viking there, and a couple of other bits and pieces as well. With the figures that are okay, and the odd part or two that I've added from ones that were no good, we're looking at about £55. Actually spent about 35 on these, so not looking an amazing return at the moment, but as long as I've sort of got my money back, and I'm adding some extra lots and variation to the store that's going to attract other people, then that's pretty fine by me, to be quite honest with you. And I'm probably going to be looking, by the time I make these up, probably looking to double the money anyway. In terms of other things, we've done a part out of just the 4 of these Minecraft sets, 21242, but it's going to be tomorrow before I get to these and get them added to the store. Some nice basic parts in here, all majority in black and the greys, so some real good stuff with some tan and a sprinkling of orange in there as well, and a couple of Minecraft figures that should sell as well. So they look like a decent acquisition for the price I paid for them. So we'll get them uploaded tomorrow. Still need to find, I haven't even attempted yet, but I need to find the instructions in the box for Wally, get him listed, and just so much to do. You know, it's always difficult to know what to do next at times, but we'll keep pressing on and keep uploading, and the sales, I'm sure, will keep coming in. Tuesday morning, let's take a look at what we've got going out this morning. We've got on eBay 2 of the Batman 1992 polybags going out. We've got a Boba Fett figure and a Robin foil pack. And then we're on to mostly parts orders. We've got various parts orders going out. This is probably the largest amount. This is the largest lot count, with I think about 67. This was only about 18 lots, but it's all fairly bulky parts. This was nice. This is going off to the US. This is 2 of these collectible castle sets. They have a nice little poster inside them, and they go back to 2016, and those sold for £20 each. And then a couple more small orders, one for some mostly heads and one for some sort of Technic / Bionicle parts. So we're going to get those packed up and out the door, and then my next job when I get back from the post office will be to get this lot put away, and then we'll see what else we're going to find to do after that. Well, we've got one lot of Lego put away, and we've just got another little batch to put away next, which is only 2 sets of this Disney set 10777, and I picked these up really for the minifigs, and I managed to sell the Plutos, which paid for the set, to be honest with you. The sets were about £8 each, and I think I sold the Pluto figure alone for about 8. So just tidying up in terms of sets that, you know, need parting out. Even though there's only 2, they need to be done, and just a question of getting them put away, and then we'll move on to either another batch, or we'll move on to getting some more used stuff listed. Wednesday the 9th of August, let's take a quick look at what we've got going out today. We've got on eBay a Jonathan Von Ness minifig going out £9.49, and then we've got a few bits here, a couple of parts and a minifig head. Similar here, mostly minifig parts, and then we've got a couple of parts orders. Then we've got a single gold chrome brick going off to the USA. Now that's sold for $4.99, and it's a new buyer. I'm not sure what they're going to do with it. I assume maybe they're making a color chart or something like that, but who knows. Next up, we've got another order with a few minifig accessories and a Batman 1992 polybag, and then another parts order. So we'll get these packed up, ready for the post office. And next thing for me, I just want to assess this set again. 43221. Bought 3 of these in the hope of moving the Mickey figure at a good price on eBay, and they haven't really moved. So trying to decide whether the set is worth parting out or not. They were about $37.50, and although they have a good part out value, the question is whether the parts are really going to move. So I have a decision to make whether to part them out, or alternatively I could take them back for a refund, which I've never ever done before, so we probably will end up parting them out. But there's only 3 of them, but I mean, between the 3 there's 100 quid's worth, so it's possible that could be better spent somewhere else. So that's a decision I need to take. I've got to go to the container again this morning to meet someone to exchange some more of the organizers, and also got to meet someone tonight for another couple. So we'll see. I might even bring the others back and try and get them to meet me at the house instead of the container. Now the bass guitar that I won the other week is all packaged up because there's a replacement coming today for it, and it's unclear whether they're going to be picking the old one up at the same time, so I might end up with 2 yet, I don't know. But I've boxed the other one up just in case they are collecting. I've still got Wally to sort out when I get around to it. I've just got to find a way of getting to the boxes. And then I've got a used tub of bulk here, but I've also got bags and bags of categorized parts to get listed, which I may need to go through. But alternatively, I might just want to bulk them out a bit. So lots of options of things to do today. It's just a question of picking something and going with it. So just a quick update on the container situation. You'll see now that all of the organisers that were right along this wall are all gone now. I'm actually here to meet someone to take this odd set of drawers away, so I managed to sell those as well. And then obviously we've got a lot more space now. Now I've got 2 odd ones here that I've had some interest in as well, but then probably need at least one of them needs a bit of a clean, to be honest. And then it's gonna be just a case of organising when I can get this moved into a smaller container, in terms of getting some help to move some of it and getting it into the car, etc. So hopefully get that done in the next week or 2, and then I can start saving a little bit of money on the container as well, because I can't, anticipate needing this amount of space again for quite some time at least, if ever. So it's really just a case of getting that bulk down at the back, which is going down gradually, and we might get into a position before, in the next 6 months maybe, where we don't need a container at all, although that will give me a problem with a few things in here and where to put them, but we can worry about that later. It's Thursday the 10th of August, and just having a quick look at what we've got in today. We've got 8 orders on Bricklink and couple of high-ish lot counts on here. There's a 90 and a 177 lot order. So they're going to take a little while to pick. On Brick Owl, we've got another 31 lots to pick across 3 orders. And then on eBay, we've just got one order paid for there. So we need to get cracking with those, which we will do in a second. There's over about 350 lots to pick looking at this. Had a funny day yesterday because we didn't get that much Lego done, to be honest. We had quite a few trips backwards and forwards to the container, picking up different sets of organisers, etc. And they've all now been sold. So all of those organisers that I had along the wall in the container are now gone, and the container's looking really empty now, to be honest. And we need to move forward and get that changed sooner rather than later. Got a replacement bass guitar. Not sure if I mentioned this yesterday, but the bass that I'd won had a little bit of damage to the side of the neck, so they've sent out a replacement which came yesterday. And yeah, so didn't get very much Lego done at all. Still got Wally over there, which I keep promising to do, but he's way down my list now, to be honest with you. I'm going to press on and get picking, and we'll show you the orders once we've got them all picked and ready to post. Okay, orders are all picked, so let's take a look at what we got for today. We've got a Watcher minifigure going out on eBay, and then we're getting into various parts orders. I don't think there's too much to comment on, to be honest. All regular parts orders, nothing super significant about any of them. I think this one was the largest one of the day, which was 100 and no, this was 90 lots, sorry. We'll get onto the biggest in a second. Some minifigures going out, mix of superheroes, collectible minifigures, etc. A couple of minifig parts. This was the largest one. This was 177 lots, and as you can see, in terms of bulk quantity, it's not enormous, but yeah, lots of variety in there and lots of 1s and 2s of various parts. A couple of collectible Batman minifigures there, and then more parts. These ones are going off to Switzerland, I think. And then a couple of minifig parts there as well. So got to get these packed up. We're doing the late run today, being Thursday. There's a late opening at the post office, which was good with the amount that we had to pick today. So we'll get these packed up, ready for the post office, and if any more come in throughout the day, we'll get those picked as well. I'm hoping to get these parted out for me this afternoon, possibly. Decided I'm gonna just go for it and get them parted out. I can't be bothered with the whole thought of taking them back, etc. And then I'm maybe gonna have a look at sorting another used tub this afternoon as well. So I've just been sorting through another of the bulk tubs, and if you've watched the separate stream already of me sorting this, then you'll have a good idea of what I'm going to show you at the moment. It was an odd tub, this one, because it was mostly full of sort of part built sets, so there are lots of things here that really need to be deconstructed. So they're going to go back into a separate container, and then I'm going to very soon need to spend a bit of time dismantling a lot of this stuff. Now over here, there's some things that we found along the way. We've got what look like a set of sails, and I'm thinking they're possibly Lord of the Rings, but I could be wrong, so do correct me if that is the case. There are tons and tons of part-built mixels in here, which I've left as they are because I will maybe go through them because they do have a little bit of value. And there are lots of instruction books that we found along the way, which will help rebuild them as well. Also found this pretty much complete Hulkbuster, so not sure what I'll do with that. Might be worth listing that separately. There are a few bits of train track and part of a boat hull here, which all go back to the thought of, you know, is that Lord of the Rings? Could well be. We've got various rock panels laid around. We've got a cannon. We've got this, what looks like a Star Wars set that I need to look up and research. Not familiar with what that is and whether it's worth anything if it were rebuilt. So we'll look at that. And then the other odd thing about this set, or this tub rather, was that there were lots of poly bags in here that have been opened and been built, but then, you know, put back into the corresponding poly bag. So in each of these, they have their corresponding figures, etc., and all of the parts. And so not sure whether they'll be worth, you know, trying to sell as a poly bag, either, you know, with the bag or whatever, but or whether they'll be worth breaking down and selling the figures separately, we'll see. And then the other thing was this little train that I've come across, which I think is probably a gift with purchase, so could be worth looking at that and just seeing if there's any value in that as well. As always, when you're sorting through this, there's lots of other you know, rubbish laid around, lots of odds and sods of parts that need to find a home or find an appropriate tub, but that's all just sort of part of the process. We did get tons of 1x bricks out of this then. Now these aren't all from it, but it certainly helped to fill the tub up there as well. And still a bunch of stuff in here, but funnily enough, it's still all sort of, you know, partly broken down sets. I want to say they're not, I wouldn't say much of any of it is sort of individual parts, so it's a bit unusual in that way, but a decent tub in the end really, and some potential value in it, at least. And certainly things like, you know, these lerps and burps and cannons and things like that, they're all £1 and £2 here and there, which all add up to you know, giving this some reasonable value. Friday morning, and we've just got 3 orders in this morning so far. We've got an order here that's close to 100 lots that I've not had chance to pick yet, but these 2 I'm going to get packed up and out the door because I've got to go off and take my wife for a hospital appointment, so need to drop these in, otherwise I'll miss the post deadline, and then this one I'll have to just go in the post box later today, I think. So I'll get these packed up, and then when I get back I need to clear this mess up because following yesterday's whole bulk, I can't get my words out this morning. Following yesterday's used bulk, I've got a bit of a mess going on, so I need to get that cleared up. I've also got this tray of those 3 Mickey Mouse picture frame sets that I need to get put away as well, so lots to do when I get back to get this place ship shape again. 2 more orders for this morning, and this is the order that we had just before we'd left this morning, and hadn't had time to pick it. It's about 97, lots of parts, no minifigure bits and pieces. And then another parts order came in while I was out, mostly lavender, medium lavender, a bunch of slopes in various colours, and nice little order to get while I was out. Gonna get these packed up and drop them in the post box while I pop out and get some lunch, since I'm feeding myself. I'm gonna go and pick up a little pizza, and I'll drop these in the post box on the way out. I'm just going through some of this stuff that I pulled out of the bulk bin yesterday. This is all train related, and came off a powered Hogwarts Express, and there's some really good value in this stuff, you know, probably a lot more than I realized or acknowledged in the video I did yesterday, where, you know, I was going through the bin itself. So these few things on the desk here are coming to £116, and the bulk of that is in this, which is the train motor, 9 volt, and yeah, £38.50 that's worth. This is worth just shy of £12 apparently. And then it's amazing that even these sort of magnetized buffers, etc., are in the £3 to £4, etc. And then you get, you know, even things like the axles are about 80p each. So, you know, they all mount up when you've got quantity of them as well. So really happy so far with this lot. Like I said, £116 just with this bit on the table is pretty incredible, and just shows you what you can pull out of these bulk bins.